On behalf of the representative and my good friend from Venango County, I am so pleased to be able to stand here today and recognize a remarkable group of young men. In fact, it's no stretch to say that our region has never before seen a group of young men like this. That is because these young men became the first baseball team from District 10 to win the PIAA Class 2A state championship on 6/14 of 2018. I am, of course, talking about the Rocky Grove High School boys baseball team. And by a score of 5-4, these young men hung on to defeat the team from Camp Hill High School and claim the state championship. Mr. Speaker, we see today the accolades and the recognition that come with accomplishment. However, what we don't see, because we weren't there, are all of the hours of practice and preparation these young men put in to make this possible. They did not just wake up one day and become state champions. They put in the time and hard work to improve to the point where they were able to defeat some of the best competition in the Commonwealth. It's hard to express in words the sense of pride this victory has delivered to their community. These boys represented not only themselves and their high school, but also all of the small communities where they live. I can say with confidence they have made the people proud in those communities. At this time, I'd like to ask the team and its coaches to raise their hand as I recognize them. I present to you the PIAA Class 2A State Championship Rocky Grove High School Orioles baseball team coaches Bill Wilson, Mark Sainer, Gage Strauss, Caden Toscano, Cameron Pyle, Rex Montgomery, Austin Sanford, Scott Perry, Tyler Knupp, Nick Sainer, Ryan Hanna, James Ginnery, Seth Wilson, and Preston Keith, the bat boy. They were also accompanied here today by parents Desiree Knupp and Teresa Perry, and as the speaker said, it's a 4-hour ride, so we appreciate their parents coming along with them. I do have two very quick stories that the coach wanted me to relay to all of you, and the first is a 5 minutes from somewhere. When they had the opportunity to stay at the Nittany Lion Inn the night before the state championship, the esteemed assistant coach, Coach Heller, who is not with them today, tells us upon their arrival, there was a great little cafe-style restaurant that's about a 5-minute walk from the inn. It's called Baby's Burgers and Shakes, and the other coaches agreed this sounded like a nice place to eat that night. So keeping that in mind, they start the walk, and they have many big, strong boys, as you can see. They're accustomed to rigorous walking and had just gotten off the bus from traveling 4 hours, so it seemed like they should be able to make that with no problem. Now, the time frame and the distance will fluctuate as the years pass, I'm sure, but that 5-minute journey seemed to take somewhere between a half hour and 45 minutes, give or take 15 or 20 minutes. Needless to say, when they arrived, they were all sweaty and exhausted. And to top it all off, Coach Heller thought that they should go to the creamery for ice cream before heading back to the Nittany Lion, approximately 3 miles. So it's uphill all 3 ways, and knowing this would be 2 more legs of a marathon, that they did call the bus driver, and that experience has led to a new saying in the Rocky Grove baseball community: it's 5 minutes from somewhere. On a more serious note, this story is about the group of boys that got them to Penn State this year, and they consist mostly of graduates from the years 2017 through 2019. The boys have been playing together in summer leagues, travel teams, fall ball, and high school together for the last 10 years. Every time they've been called to play together, they've answered the call. Even in August, September, and October, when most everyone else has hung up their bats and gloves, these boys would continue to play ball until the Northwest PA weather would put a stop to it. Then they would simply find a place inside to keep hitting, fielding, and pitching. They spent many hours in the high school gym over the winters, using the gym floor and batting cage to stay sharp. Through this decade of their lives, these boys, their coaches, and their families kept a strong commitment to one another that has paid off with 3 District 10 titles and becoming the first ever District 10 baseball team at any level to receive the ultimate reward, the state championship trophy, which sits in the trophy display at home in their high school. Because of their dedication to one another and the game of baseball, locals have tagged them as the Band of Brothers, and it is truly my honor and privilege to present them to you today. Congratulations and thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.